So, anyway, Nikki Muller.
Hey guys. Well, normally you guys might remember me. Maybe some of you do. Yeah, Jackson does. I know that much. I usually do songs, but I'm trying to work on my stand-up, and I haven't done anything since my Iron Man. And this is my first thing, so... Pandering to the audience for applause. If you don't know what an Iron Man is, it's a triathlon. It's a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and a marathon. So a lot of people ask me what's that like, and I like to cite my sociology textbook from college. They say that there's different kinds of rape. It starts off around like arranged marriage where it's consensual, but it's not, you're not, like gray, they call that gray rape, and then, date rape, and then violent, straight up stranger, SVU rape. And I like to think that my relationship with my bike seat is somewhere around like arranged marriage. It's consensual, but it's not pleasant at all, especially after 112 miles of biking. It's very expensive to do Ironman races. They cost around like $600 or more. Everyone's like, why? I should be paid $600 to do that to myself. But it's an investment because I figure now I'm very broke. I figure it will help me in my profession if I get desperate enough as a call girl, because I'll charge more. Because then the people who have sex with me will be able to say, I did an Ironman. Oh, acts of prostitution are okay with me if they're phrased as a bet. I don't think psychologically I could get over it, but if you were like, I bet you $500 that you won't suck my dick, I'd be like, you're on! Boom, where's my $500? I did that. And I'd be okay with it. Because it was a bet, and if you live up to a bet, it's like, yeah, badass, but if you're a prostitute, then you're a prostitute. But in this case, I'd just be a badass, I wouldn't be a prostitute. A blowjob is a misnomer. I think it's more of a blow gig. It's like part-time. I'd love a blowjob if it had like health insurance. That'd be great. There's a lot of poorly named things out there, like Preparation H. What are you preparing for? Isn't the H already there? Or like, do you have your period? Always. Did you pee your pants? Depends. Although I think birth control is the worst named thing. It should be called birth avoidance. Altogether avoiding birth. In Germany, they call the birth control pill die anti-baby pill. I think that's a really good thing. Just anti-birth altogether. It's weird to me that people still get pregnant, like by accident. By accident. I mean, like, we have so many things available, but it still happens, like, 16 and pregnant, all that shit. And it's like, but condoms, they just don't feel good. Like, to who? I mean, I can't tell. I don't know if anyone else is with me. Maybe I'm weird, but I honestly have no idea what's going on. Like, who are ribbed condoms for? Because I can't tell the difference at all. I mean, you could be fucking me with a cucumber from behind, I would not know. I'd just be like, I feel really refreshed. Yeah. I think the solution to all these, like, unintentional pregnancies, and this is a little unconventional, but I think unprotected penises should be made to look like babies. Because then all the single women would be like, oh God! And then the women who are married, they want to get pregnant, to be like, fuck the shit out of that baby. Yeah, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of getting pregnant. Thank God for the Planned Parenthood. It's making life possible for slutty poor girls since 1966. I think there's one thing dudes think single men should be donating money to, it's the Planned Parenthood, because that makes your game possible. It's hard being broke. It's kind of common in LA. Everybody's freaking out right now. Like, has anybody looked at CNN or anything with the Jackson hats? It's like hysteria. It's like being at a Jonas Brothers concert in like 2008. It's just like screaming. I turn on the thing, they're like, oh my God, Bank of America, it's just down, everything is down 99%, let's go to the floor. I don't know what's happening, gold is up, everything is down, now back to you. I don't know what's going on. Let's cut to a commercial break. That's like what the news was like. I was like, what's going on? Everything is crazy. It's like, welcome to my life. Everybody's broke now. But, you know, you do what you can, you know, shop at the dollar store. The other day, I was walking around, I saw the $4 and up store. I was like, that is the high-end dollar store. You know, cutting out the riffraff. It's like, no, no, no. How much you got? $3, get the fuck out of here. $4, you're good. Although, like, isn't the $4 and up store just Ralph's? Basically nothing at Ralph's is under $4. They should just start calling it $4 and up. Or to be more classy, I think we should start calling Ralph's Rafes. Who else was surprised when they found out Rafe Fiennes pronounced his name Rafe and it's spelled Ralph? Anyone? Yeah, it's weird, right? I wonder like when that happened, because I know like Britishy people say Ralph too. So like why Rafe? I think it's because like he probably like went through puberty and became sexy. And he's like, shit, I can't be called Ralph. When you saw like a good-looking Ralph ever? No, it's like, have you ever seen a good-looking like sexy Bertha? It's kind of like Nikki. All Nickies are slutty. That's like why I went by Nicole until college. And then I started going by Nikki because I got slutty. Because it's college, you know. Speaking of sluttiness, I was in a horror movie.
Yeah!
Jackson saw it. My boobs were visible. It's awesome. Being in a bad movie is kind of like a one-night stand because it feels good while you're doing it, and then the shame afterwards just lasts forever. Except for the bad movie, the shame is broadcast on IMDb and Netflix instant streaming. So it's kind of like having a sex tape of your one-night stand, especially because my boobs are visible. Yeah, it's funny. It's like really, it's awkward. I mean, I'm the lead of the movie, so it's cool to be the lead in the movie, but at the same time, it's like my boobs are visible. So it's like when everyone's like, hey, I saw your movie, you were great. And I'm like, you mean my boobs were great? I know what you're talking about. I think everybody should have their boobs visible in a movie. Because then like it would be like a normal thing. Because it's not the same as like naked pictures because it's art, right? So it's like, but you still get to see the goods ahead of time. You should always have to update it too. It's like, oh, this is a naked movie from 5 years ago. I don't know if you want to see that one. It's hard, like when you do a bad movie, like, you know it's going to be bad and you do it anyway. But then you hope for the best because it's like, Anne Bogart once said, it's the actor's job to direct the role. It's the director's job to direct the play or the movie. So you're like, I'm going to do the best I can. And so I read the reviews. And one person's like, she's pretty over the top. Well, I'm playing a possessed girl. I was just wondering, like, when is that done subtly? You know? What does this subtle possession look like? It's like she's a nice girl and then she just suddenly starts acting like a cunt. You know? Just like, you going out wearing that, really? What's the subtle you know, they interview her parents, they're just like crying, they're like, oh my gosh, you should have seen her at dinner. She just grabbed the salt, her table manners are atrocious. I bought her a shirt she wanted, she didn't even say thank you. Who is this monster? Satan is inside of her. Yeah. I'm not a usual like actress type. I'm not like the sexy Hollywood actress type. I'm fine. Although I do have to say, somebody once was like, you know, you should be on like a Dove commercial because you're like a real woman. I'm like, what are you saying? I'm fat? That's fucked up. It's like, that's the fucked up thing in Hollywood. But someone's like, you could be a Bond girl. I was like, are you kidding? It would be the worst Bond girl in the world. James Bond would come in and he'd be like, you're looking ravishing tonight. Did you enjoy our meal? And I'd be like, oh, the meal was so good, James, but like, doesn't it look like I have a pregnant belly when I eat that much food? It's like so funny. Or you'd be like, darling, with me, and I'd be like, oh, James, let me just take out my tampon. Of course, the worst bond girl would be the girl who's like, my dad had issues. And he's like, vodka martini, shaken not soda. And she's like, that's what he used to drink before he beat me. Anyway, I want to leave it on an up note, so that's my time. Thank